Hey everyone, Brian here. Wanted to talk to you a little bit about this concept of overnight success. So many people, you look at them and you go, oh man, they were an overnight success. Or you see people that, maybe they're not famous, but they kind of come out of the woodwork, and all of a sudden, you see this person that you've never heard of before. Maybe they're in your same industry and, they just pop out of nowhere and they're super successful all of a sudden. And it looks like they really haven't even worked that long to get that success, certainly not longer than you. And so, a lot of times I know that myself personally, I've felt this way just today, seeing people, in my Kindle publishing group making, tons of money every single month. And me, I'm definitely making money with Kindle publishing. I'm not broke I know what I'm doing, but, to be able to see the success of people that seemingly, just came into the group, and I'm left here scratching my head wondering, well, what is it that I'm doing wrong? And so I just started thinking about this idea of overnight success. And, just from what I've read and doing some research, there's no such thing as an overnight success, and I know everyone wants that. I know every time that we start something new, or you start a business or you start something that's, new and exciting and there's novelty to it and there's potential, we want to be to the point where we want to be successful right away. We don't want to go through the long struggle. We want to have that overnight success, and we want it to happen right away. That's just how we're wired, and really how our culture wires us to be personally. So one thing to remember, that there's no such thing as overnight success. If you look at any success story, you will always be able to see that there was a time of struggle, of doubt. Just, it was not what people think it was when they burst onto the scene. You look at a guy like Bill Gates, one of the richest guys in the entire world year after year. Well, the idea of programming and software, when he was starting to develop that, obviously was very, very new. And when the first computers came out, he used to program for 16 hours a day, nonstop, sometimes even not even sleeping. He would sneak out of his house just so he could go use the computer at the local university and learn how to program. You look at a band like the Beatles, who burst onto the scene. Well, what a lot of people don't realize is that they played hundreds and hundreds of shows before they ever became famous. Same with the rock band Kiss. They played for years and years trying to develop their craft. A guy like Colonel Sanders, KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, that guy worked till he was 56 years old. That's when he got his big break. He tried thousands and thousands of times to sell his recipe, and he just couldn't do it. Even a guy in today's world like Gary Vaynerchuk, that guy did like 1,000 YouTube videos before he ever got big and famous, and they were all about wine all the time. And so, 1,000 videos, that's one a day for almost 3 years. So you have to understand that anytime you see someone that just bursts out of the woodwork in their industry, I can promise you that did not just happen overnight. That took, it could take months based on your experience level, based on your past experience level as well, or it could take years and years and years. You look at Major League pitchers or Major League Baseball players. Some guys, they spend their whole lifetime in the minor leagues, and then they burst onto the scene and they win a Cy Young or they win a batting title. That doesn't just happen. That's years and years. So I want this to encourage you to understand that you have to put in the work. Now, I can't tell you exactly how much work you're going to have to put in, again, because I don't know your experience. I don't know where your mindset is. I don't know what your physical, emotional capacity is. But I can promise you that if you continue to work over and over and over, and you learn the things that you need to learn to be successful, whether that's just through trial and error, or I would highly recommend finding someone like a mentor who can teach you those things, or at least, a course that can teach you how to be successful in whatever you want to do, and then start to work at that all the time. And I promise you, even in those dark days, when it's dark and you're questioning yourself and doubting yourself and wondering if it could happen, just remember, you can keep going, because you never know when that next thing that you do is going to crack the dam. So understand, there's no such thing as an overnight success. You have to put in the work. There's no other price for success except doing the work long enough till that experience exponentially catches up to you and you skyrocket. So continue to persevere, continue to push on. Hope this video helped. We'll see you guys in the next one.